Hey folks, Tip here from the Stupid Gardener. Just wanted to give you an update on the compost bin as well as our raised garden bin. In Compost Happens Part 6, we turned this compost, and that was probably filmed that a couple weeks ago, so I just turned it into this last bin here. So we're going to let this sit here for a couple weeks and keep adding some kitchen scraps to it, and then we are going to screen it off. That'll be Compost Happens Part 8, and that'll be our last series because we will be screening it off. So I just wanted to give you an update on this. This is the black plastic that I keep on top of this, and also under that plastic is some cardboard, and that just keeps the heat in. The sun hits this and it heats up, and all that heat just gets right down into the compost and starts breaking up all those greens and the nitrogen and all the browns, the carbon. So that's all working down there. And I got some tubs here that I have collected over the last couple of days, and I'll be throwing those in there. And Compost Happens Part 8, which I'll film in a couple of weeks, and you'll probably see it in 3 or 4 weeks. We will be screening this off, and we'll be throwing this into our garden bed as well as our vegetable bed. So this is kind of exciting. If you're a gardener, this is the good time when all the hard work you do in the compost pile, you'll get all that black gold out of there, that nice soil that you'll be putting around your plants and things like that. So stay tuned for that one. But I just want to give you a little update here on the raised garden bed for blueberries and strawberries. I put in this back wall here this past weekend with these pavers, and that's just to keep the dirt off of the fence there because I don't want that to rot. And so that'll protect it and kind of finishes off the whole look to it, I guess. So, but when I was digging out that back there along the fence there, this thing is was just loaded with worms, and that's like striking gold for a gardener. If you've got nice worms in your garden bed, that's great soil to plant in. So that's kind of exciting, and I think a lot of it is because of in the bottom of this, I put in all that cardboard, and it's moist and it's wet, and the worms are coming up. They're eating through that, and they're getting right into that the compost and the cow manure that I put in there. And also, I've been putting in these kitchen scraps here, and here, and I'm going to put some more here. I got a couple of tubs ready to go, and I was digging a little hole there. You really can't see it, but as soon as I dug in there, I was hitting worms, and so that's a great sign. And I know my wife doesn't like me talking about worms and compost and peeing on compost and all that, but if you're a gardener and you see worms, you know that you have struck gold. So it's so this is going to be real good. Hopefully, when I screen up the compost, I'll be able to fill this in, because really, I got probably about 3 inches there that I have to bring this up, because I want to make sure that I'm deep enough so I can plant, and those roots will take and just just grow and be able to be fed. So I got about 3 inches. I don't know if I'm going to have enough compost really to bring that all up. Probably just a layer I'll be able to put on there, and I may have to go back down to the old Lowe's Improvement Center there and get some garden soil. But stuff happens. It's what you're going to have to do. So, but I'm hoping next year, as I keep composting, that we won't have to buy any more garden soil. And I'm thinking that if I really, really collect all my greens and all my weeds and grass clippings and all the leaves and everything, that I will have enough compost to keep turning in that area there for the next year. And then next fall, I'll just be able to fill these up and just leave them all wintertime. So that's our goal for next year. So stay tuned for all that. Just want to kind of swing over here and show you the area here. We're going to put all our wildflowers in here also. And so there are a lot of weeds. I did rake this off last week, but hopefully I'll have a little compost that I'll be able to screen off and put on top and really feed this. But like I said before, I'm not really worried about the weeds in here. I'll pull them as they come up. I'll rake them and different things like that. And hopefully when I plant, everything will get up nice and high, and the weeds won't get any sun, and then they'll just die off. But that's all part of putting that cow manure down there, and I really shouldn't have done that. But stuff happens. So, but I think it's going to look real good back here once I get all the wildflowers planted back here and growing, and all the sunflowers and different things like that. I think it'll look real good back here. So, but I just wanted to give you a quick update on this, and I think next video after this is going to be Compost Happens Part 7, where I talk about I'll show you the worm bin that I built, and then after that it'll be Compost Happens Part 8 when I screen off, and then by then we should be into March, I hope, and we'll be able to start planting in our vegetable garden here, and we'll kind of plan out what we're going to plant in here, and kind of go over where we're going to put things, how we're going to water them. We're going to probably do a compost tea and all that good stuff, and we get the worm bin going. In another year or so, we'll have some worm castings that we can use for fertilizer. So kind of excited for see what happens over the next year. So well, I guess I'll sign off here. I got a lot to do out here, and so if you like the video, just hit that like button down there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Got a comment, throw it down below, and we'll talk to you on the next one. So again, this is Tip from The Stupid Gardener. Everyone take care. God bless.